Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another WWE Champions video, and today we are going to be taking a look at Nikki Bella Twins at 7-star bronze. Now, if you asked me a few weeks ago who the best striker female in the game is, I would have told you it was Nikki. And Nikki or Stephanie Hall of Fame. Those were like the two that I felt were like pretty much top. No one else really got close to them. Say his nameplate came out, and now I'm like, I think Stephanie Vaquera is probably the best in the game now. With Naomi being a close second. Just Steph Vaquera to me is just a bit faster. But does that mean that Nikki is not worth taking 7-star? Let's find out. Because I took her there before the plate came out, and I want to see, does she hold up and still worth your while? So the moveset we are going to be using is blue, black, black. This is going to be our moveset for the entirety of this preview. Now, I know there's some other builds you can run. I've seen some people run the yellow, black with the mobile gem stuff with the nearing end plate, and I think Steve Sticks possibly. Some people might do a mixture with the snapback or something. To me, it's just, I would run this build. It's the most basic, it's the most simple, but it's still, I think, her best one. And the main reason I like this is because we'll get into the belt, because her belt can be shared with other people, specifically Jey Uso. So, standing dropkick is our 6-charge blue here. Does deal damage and increase black MP by 10. Reversal, if the opponent generated a multi, deal damage and steal 49 multi. This is arguably one of the best reversals you can have in the game, if not the best, other than like MP, like gain MP reversals. But stealing multi, well, not only reversing the multi, but she will steal it is huge. And it's honestly the big reason why I think Nikki is so good, is she just can make a lot of characters in the game useless, because most characters need multis in order to get some sort of damage input out. So a very good reversal, very good move in general. Snapback is our 9-charge black that deals damage. It makes a 5x2 random area and a multi of strength 8. I believe this did go up at 7-star, correct me if I'm wrong, but I want to say they might have only been 6s at gold. And now they are 7. Or not 7, now they're 8s. And then deal damage and make 5 random into 2-turn Juggernaut gems. That'll increase the strength of your multi by 5 on every countdown turn, and make 10 random into black at the end of the countdown. So again, a very good move. Big multis, we're going to increase the strength similar to Rob Van Dam Hall of Fame, except where he can make the whole board blue with his Juggernauts, we're going to make the whole board black with our Juggernauts. And then lastly, 10-charge black Bella Buster, finisher, deal damage and decrease your Juggernaut gem timers by 2. All Juggernaut timers will be triggered when the timer is reduced. So pretty simple, pretty straightforward. We're gonna hit this black. We're gonna hit this blue that gains black. We're gonna hit our black move that puts the multis and the Juggernaut down. We're gonna hit our Bella Buster. They'll make the multis very strong because we increase their strength, and then make the whole board black. For Entourage here, we are looking at really anyone that gives us blue MP by 4. I'm just running Breaker here. It doesn't really matter. I have Seth Freakin for any color gems do 40% more, but the main reason we have him, especially instead of someone like Kane or Sherry, is that he generates another Juggernaut. And because he generates another, each Juggernaut increases multi by 5. So it's better than Sherry, it's better than Kane, it's better than that. So that's why I have Seth in there. I am running Santa Hogan for obvious reasons. 20% more health, 1800 more damage, any color 1, move damage 40. But the main reason is that obvious all color 1. So then that move is turn 1 with Breaker and Santa Hogan. We have Goldberg here specifically for another Juggernaut +1. This means now we are at 7 Juggernaut gems. each one increases multi-strength by 5. And then lastly, I have Macho Man for black 35, more health, and then increased kick out. Obviously, there are plenty of other black gym characters that give you damage. For instance, Steve is one. You could run... actually, you know what? I really should be running him. Let's run him. We're going to be running LA Knight. So forget about the Macho. Let's run Knight, because that's going to do way more for me. So Knight is going to be black 40, multi 60. Alrighty, now the main thing here is going to be the belt. I am rocking a 200% with the Tier 6 Theory 3 medals. Plates are a little tough to get. The main one, obviously, here is I am running the Dominator's Drip, which is whenever you activate a black move, make 7, multi of strength 7. This is a huge damage boost for Nikki, just because he wants as much multis on the board as possible, because she increases their strength by a lot. Is it the main plate you need? Preferably, yes. Also, again, this belt is shared with my Jey Uso, which I do have a video already out that also showcases how great he is with a drip as well. So that is, if you do not have a drip, it is, I think, a issue, because the only real other plate that I can think of, which I don't know if I even have. Let me just make sure real quick, because there is another play option, but it's not as good. It's looking like I don't have it. No, I do not, but I can just tell you. It is, I believe, Nikki's own plate. It is very similar to this one, except instead of blue gem and blue move damage by 75, it is black gem and black move damage by 75. Again, it is not nearly as good as a drip, but that's all you have. That's what you can run. Now for the ultimate plate, I am running Point Break, which is the Black Rumble. Destroy 30 gems, generate 30 black. There is technically also a better plate option for this, and that's Steve's Stick. The sticks is obviously when you put multis on the board, we're gonna increase black by 200, and then breaking them will give us 30 black. Pretty much the same thing as a Black Rumble, except we get 2% more damage. Why am I not running this? The main reason is for Jey Uso. Jey sometimes has issues getting the 6 multi break, because his choose a random 7x6 area in black is random. So he might not connect with all the multis. This is why I run the Point Break plate. If you don't plan on really running Jey that much, or obviously if you don't have the drip and you don't really care for Jey, put a Steve Sticks on her, because it will definitely boost her damage. So we're going to be fighting Powerhouse China here. China has a pretty good amount of health here. So we're obviously not going to wipe her out. Now, if you're someone who has not seen these videos before, I want to see around 500 mil damage. If you can do about 500 mil, I think you're perfectly good. You're going to win about 95% of your matches, just because, at least especially on a one-on-one standpoint. So black is doing 490,000. So yeah, at 500 mil is what I like to see. So there's those. The plates go off. The drip goes down. So again, those are doing 4.4 million. Now you hit your Bella Buster, and there they go. 43s, 42s all over the board, and on top of that, we are going to make another 30 black. And as you can see, we did 603 million damage. So again, 100 mil over. It's a very simple 3-click. If you saw Vikingo's video, you kind of understand what we're looking at here, as she's kind of similar. She does require some rare stuff, but she is a very simple 3-click 600 million. 100 million over where I'd like to see, which is pretty good. It is pretty good. And again, we're going to hit this again, and I think it's relatively consistent here. for damage of 600 mil. Yep, another 600 mil hit. So there you go. That is Nikki there with this. And we're going to show off one more thing really quickly. And then I'm going to end it here. She's a pretty easy one to understand. Also, keep in mind, I am not running the... I don't have the moment, the Danhausen moment, which would help her even further. So what we're going to do is actually showcase the multi-steal. China does make multis, and I just want to showcase this is why Nikki is so useful to have, especially at a 7-star meta. A lot of people run multi, and we're going to be stealing China's multis right now. So here we go. She hits this with this. That's a bunch of times 12s that we steal. For myself. And then we're going to hit the snapback twice. Again, you might not be able to in some cases, but there are cases where I've been able to do it twice. And this also means more Juggernauts on the board. So here we go. She's got 1.9 billion health. And it's going to go all the way. Oh, look at that. With some 82s on the board. And it's going to go all the way down to 451. That was a 1.5 billion hit. Obviously not quite Vicaire. Not quite Naomi, but there is definite reasons why I think you should have Nikki 7-star. I won't preview this in this video as I have shown it before in a Bree video that I did talking about a bunch of Showdown teams, but Bree, Nikki is fantastic in Showdown because, again, Bree makes the whole board multi, which helps Nikki out a lot, and Nikki has a hot tag, which is a turn skip for a turn. So stun for 1 turn is also very unique of a hot tag. She's the only one in the game that has it, but is very, very good. She doesn't have to worry about any other multi-characters for MP stealing. MP steal, multi-steal for that first turn because they're stunned, and stuns means you can't reverse anything. So for that reason, yeah, Nikki is fantastic. So if you have her and you don't know, like, for a female, for a striker, who you want to do, I would say Nikki, unless you do have Vicaire or Naomi. Like, Naomi needs both gears, preferably with the, say, his name skill plate. Vicaire doesn't necessarily need the gear, but it obviously would help a lot if you did, but she also does require the, say, his nameplate. That was available for 20 bucks, as well as it's on a few prize pools already. So if you have them, I do think those are great options. But Nikki is also a solid choice. And I will mention, too, her trainer ability, Regim 100, is at 43, which I still need to do myself. But that is a 7-star training ability, which means, yeah, you gotta eventually probably take her up anyway. So that's my preview on Nikki Bella. Bella Twins at 7-star bronze. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. We're getting closer to 600 subs, so if you want to join the club beforehand, consider subscribing and joining the Dynasty. And if you made it this far to hear me say this, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.